feeling like I'm Akademiks. Can't ride no wave.
Okay, real quick, let me see anything else other than going on. Yo, did y'all see the Lil Wayne thing, bro? Yo, I love Wayne, but we gonna have to stop giving Wayne excuses. Lil Wayne, we love you. But every time you speak, it makes us realize that unless you're gonna, I keep telling you, Wayne's discography gonna age bad. He one of them, if you were there, you knew, like if you know type situations. Because Wayne has been so disconnected with the, like, yo, Drake is trying to do songs and Drake's trying to do streams. Like, Drake is trying to still tap in with the current culture. He wants to be current. Drake might remix a TikTok song. You could tell. Lil Wayne, he's been so much in this I am a Martian land. Once he said he thought 21 Savage was a group, and he said that 10 years ago, I said, oh, this nigga's cooked. Now, it's one thing to be like, yo, I'm into my own craft. It's another thing to say, I don't know the current pulse of the culture. And that does matter because you don't get to adapt. You don't got to fully adapt, but you got to find how you like exist in the ever-changing climate. Music is a ever-changing climate. Because if Wayne was, like, for example, if you brought somebody to 2008 and they're rapping like a hip, a hop, a hip to the hop, no. That type of rapping is not how people are doing it. Like, you have to adjust to the times. And we have to be honest. Wayne, one of the best artists ever. But he never adjusted. And we always love that a little bit about him because he was never dick riding type shit. But you saw how separated he was from the rest of the culture afterwards. Right? Now, he commented on the Super Bowl, but he also commented on some other stuff. Wayne said, every time I looked at it, he was talking about the Super Bowl. He says he will no longer consider performing at the halftime show. He says, every time I looked at it, it was nothing that made me want to go inside and see what was going on. He says he vows he'll never consider doing another halftime show. Sorry. He said, they stole that feeling. I don't want to do it. It was perfect. Okay? Here's the thing too. Lil Wayne also claimed in, I believe, the same interview, they asked him about Watch the Throne. So, a new interview with Rolling Stones. Oh. Sorry, allergies. A new interview with Rolling Stones, Wayne didn't understand a reference to WTT, which is Watch the Throne. Prompting this conversation. He says, what's that? They said, Kanye and Jay-Z did an album. He said, Kanye and Jay-Z did an album? Now, if it was anybody else but Wayne, we would say, oh, he's being funny. He's trying to play them. But I think niggas really look like Wayne is spaced out, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, my nigga, like, come on, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. We love Wayne and we give him his credit. But, like, when we tap into Wayne, by the way, he does have Carter 6 coming out, which supposedly is going to feature Miley Cyrus, Billie Eilish, Wyclef Jean, Andrea Bocelli, Ye as a producer, Wheezy, MGK, Elephant Man, Cameron Carter, who's his son, and Bono of U2. All good, right? All good. Like, you know, I like these features. Hopefully it's great. But Wayne exists now for me where it's like, it's nostalgic. Like, oh, shit. Like, oh, you fuck with Wayne? Like, that's how he exists to me now. He doesn't exist in any type of way where I'm like, oh, shit. I want something contemporary with him at all. Not saying it should. You get what I'm saying? Hold on. Okay. But yo, he's really like tapped out of this shit. Let's see if we go Lil Wayne, Rolling Stone. Let's see if we can find this interview. Like, here's the interview. Oh my God, they won't let us see it. Try to refresh. Okay, I still won't let me see that. Let me see if I can find it rewritten on a different page. Okay, this is the cover. Whatever. He addresses Kendrick Lamar. He basically said, Wayne tells me things are fine with him and Lamar. Wayne called the LA rapper ahead of the Super Bowl to clear the air and encourage him. Why the hell did he call him? Nigga, you rocking with Drake. Fuck that nigga. He also claims the NFL gave him the impression they were going to offer him the performance, and he received an apology from someone in the league saying, we ain't in charge of the halftime show after Kendrick was announced. Wayne reveals he has no ill towards Jay-Z, who plays a key role in organizing it, but is no longer interested in performing. On being aware of Kendrick and Drake beef and accidentally performing Not Like Us, he says, I'm going to give you the perfect example. I went on stage and I'm singing this song. They thought I was dissing. And he says, I want my dude to be mad at me. I didn't even know it was Kendrick. Like, come on, bro. What the fuck is Wayne? Yo, what type of... Yo, somebody must have laced Wayne, bro. Like, he says, I ain't want my dude to be mad at me. Talking about he want Drake to be mad at him about him kind of performing a quasi or altered version of Not Like Us. And he says, I didn't even know it was Kendrick. What the fuck do you mean you don't know that was Kendrick, bro? No fucking way. Not Like Us, Lil Wayne. Oh, that's when he did at the beginning. Nah, oh shit. If I'm Drake, I'll be mad. You perform my song with you, and you start off by saying they not like us. It's no way Wayne didn't know that this was Kendrick, right?
All right, it says Lil Wayne confirms he and Kendrick Lamar are fine. Says he sang along to Not Like Us, not knowing the context. I ain't want Drake to be mad at me. I didn't even know it was Kendrick.
What the hell?
I'll just quickly read them. I know you know them.
Actually, don't.
Okay. My hard work let Lil Wayne down.
And I think he just mean by he saw what everybody else he saw how much it meant to me. And I think that's all he mean is that I don't think it. And when we speak, and obviously he can't control that. And also I've spoken to him and I wished him all the best and told him he better kill it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So you better kill it.
I'll just quickly read them. I know you know them.
Actually,
Nah. I mean, I'm buying it because Wayne really spaced out, but I'm really wondering, like, at this point, I'm like, is Wayne all the way there? Like, is he all the way there? Lil Wayne, Skip Bayless, like, he was doing, like, sports stuff.
Okay, speaking of Super Bowl, I gotta
This
hit
was
you
4
with
months
this
ago.
because this is just me,
So this is before the Super Bowl.
and I do love you, but I just remain baffled and angry over why the NFL did not choose you to play halftime of a Super Bowl that's going to be in your hometown. And I know you went through a lot with it, but now that your feelings have settled some, how do you explain their choosing not to ask you?
Well, so I'll give you two, I give you both. So when I say, I give you my general answer and then I give you the personal answer. So generally, I explain it. Generally, I just believe that, they, for whatever reason, I believe that it's over my head.
Yeah,
Meaning I can't, I don't know why,
I
period.
got it.
Yeah, obviously, I believe that it'll been perfect. It's perfect, but I do not know why. But personally, the person I am, I straight look at it like you ain't there. You ain't there. You got to get there. You got to get there.
Oh,
But
hey,
you know how we skip. You know how we
you got
rock.
there a
You
long
gotta
time
have it.
ago.
You
Come on,
know.
man. I mean, you're the GOAT. And it's New Orleans. It just
Yeah,
makes
I
no
know.
sense to me. I don't get it. Their politics played. I don't know.
That's another part of it. I think there's things that I can't control involved in it. So it is what it is.
Are you better with it now than you were when it first hit?
No.
You seem better because I know at first you were pretty torn up about it, as you
Yes.
should have been.
Doing talking to people that matter, talking to people that care about me, they telling me things that, telling me the truth, telling me the facts and dealing with living, accepting the facts, embracing the facts and moving on.
Okay. And you still, you're saying you got to get better to earn the right to be on that stage?
I want to be, this is what I told myself. I said, what I told myself, I told Mac, I told Fabe, this is what I told him. I said, you know what?
Your managers, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I said, I said, I want to get to the point where I'm undeniable.
Yeah,
I
undeniable.
want
I
them to
love
be able
that.
to,
Love
I
that.
want them to
Yeah.
walk in there and have 10 other choices and whoever's in charge say, no.
Y'all all got mad at me when I said I think Wayne's era will age really badly. Is he gonna? Who did I compare Wayne to? Wayne might be Allen Iverson, and Allen Iverson was my favorite basketball player of all time. But his era and his style aged badly because again, Wayne has had some good albums, but I don't know if he's had like these bona fide classics compared to like his contemporaries or people he would be mentioning that. Like if we talk about classics that Jay-Z got compared to him, can't bring Wayne in the conversation. You would have to be like, yo, could we count the mixtapes? I forgot who I had compared him to before.
Okay,
Nope.
I love that.
You have to go
Yeah.
with him.
I thought you were undeniable right here, right now, but that's just
Thank you,
me.
Skip. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay, so explain this part to me because I don't know the backstory of this, but what Kendrick Lamar, what his lyrics were about you. What can you explain? I'll just quickly read them. I know you know them. I used to
And
bump
actually
that Carter
don't.
3. Okay.
I
I used to
actually
bump
don't.
that Carter 3. I held my Rolly chain proud. Irony, I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down from Kendrick Lamar. Let Lil Wayne down. And I don't really understand that. Help me out. What was that about?
That was my first time hearing it. But I think I think
Hmm. I'm watching Wayne's demeanor, man. Wayne really tapped out, bro.
he just, I think he's a fan, like I'm a fan of his music. He's a
Sure.
fan of mine.
Yeah.
I think he
He's
meant,
definitely a fan of yours. Yeah.
yeah, so I think he just mean by he saw what everybody else he saw how much it meant to me. And I think that's all he mean is that, I
Okay.
don't think is and when we speak and obviously he can't control that. And,
Yeah.
so he didn't let me know. It ain't like he can control it or nothing. And also I've spoken to him and I wished him all the best and told him he
Did you?
better
Good.
kill it. Yeah.
Okay. All
So
right.
you better kill it. You gotta kill it.
Okay. Well, did he say anything to enlighten you about these lyrics about you? I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down. I don't know exactly what that means. If he's sort of
No, no, he ain't. I don't think he knew he didn't have to do anything. There was no explanation that was needed for that. I think I understand. Again, that was my first time hearing it when you just said it, but
okay,
I understand those words. Like I said, I think he just mean that he made it there and his hard work is the reason why he made it there.
yeah.
And obviously,
I
I mean,
I took
let
it,
me down is me just being upset about not getting disappointed about not getting that spot. Ain't got nothing to do with
yeah, yeah. When he says, I worked hard and then it undercut you in your hometown. Like I worked as hard as I could and I got to a point where unfortunately it let you down because I preempted you on what should have been your stage.
without
Yeah.
and without having any control of it. So that's actually him expressing his.
Now watching Wayne just trying to struggle to try to like say the right things about this, man. I don't like that shit, man. I don't like that shit. All right, Wayne. I'm gonna be honest. I think Wayne's just out of touch, bro, and I think that does affect his legacy because for a guy who he had tremendous impact on the culture at a certain time, it explains why even though he still has a huge fan base and people like me who still love his music, past like that prime era of Wayne, he never had that impact on culture anymore, bro. Honestly, shit was over. Like, did people always want to listen to him because he raps good? Yes, but culturally, like it paled in comparison to that other era, or the era that we know him for. All right, let me try to react to this goddamn video.